Alright, boys. Let's do this. Continue the marathon.
We all just got into position.
I got ready.
Profesh.
Hey everybody, I'm Will.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Adam. We are
Working Title!
Clap.
We are back for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Episode 30.
Yep.
The Ishvalan War of Extermination.
The who?
Ishvalan?
Ishvalan War of Extermination.
Nice.
There you go.
What did I say?
You said
Ishvalan.
Ishvalan.
Yeah, my bad.
Last on, the boys had officially met Wrath. And they've been given permission to keep going after their body. Roy is still after his ambition of the Fuhrer, the top, and Gluttony's back.
Yeah.
And Scar
Little
wants
baby.
the truth.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Dr. Knox. Or Dr. Marco.
Yeah.
Little baby Gluttony should fight little baby Panda. That's a fight I would pay to see.
Grogu.
He can watch and then take on the winner.
Guys, if you like the video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when we drop more Full Metal reactions. Comment down below what you thought about the video and what you thought about the show so far. And hey, we got this show 1 week in advance along with The Witcher and some Attack on Titan OVAs. So if you want to support the channel, go to patreon.com/WorkingTitleReacts.
Do it. And this is not market substitute. If you like the show, support it on any streaming service you like, and then come back and watch your boys. We're gonna jump into the episode. Let's do it. Punch. Bah! Bah, bah, bah. That was horrible. 3, 2, 1. Bah! I accept it.
Fuck. Look at what people have been saying.
So you've decided to become a soldier after all.
Roy flashback.
That's all the proof I need. You're not ready to learn flame alchemy.
But sir, I am. It's the only thing left. I mean, haven't I
Another
already
trash
mastered
father
the
figure?
fundamentals of alchemy?
Why is
Of
this?
course you have. And I regret even teaching you that much, now that I know who you plan on using it for.
But alchemy should be used for the people, shouldn't it? Master, our country is constantly under threat from all sides.
Wow,
The
Master.
military needs alchemists. It's a matter of defending our homes. If we don't help
I'm
them,
tired of hearing that vile rhetoric.
I can't stand to see you like this. There's no reason for a man of your stature to suffer in this kind of squalor. If you would simply join the military, you could get grants for your research. You could
I don't need a grant for something I've already completed.
Damn.
You finished your research?
I've created the most powerful alchemy. It would only cause tragedy if I placed it in the wrong hands.
What?
And now that I've finished it, I've allowed myself to grow complacent. We alchemists are hungry creatures. We must continue the hunt for knowledge as long as we live. If we forgo pursuing the truth, then we allow ourselves to die. Trust me, I've been dead for a long time.
Oh.
What is heart attack? Oh.
Are you alright? Master Hawkeye!
Look after her. She's in
Ooh.
possession of my research.
Wow.
After her.
Wait, he made his own alchemy? What does he mean by that?
No, he perfected the strongest alchemy, he said.
Okay.
You've done so much. I don't think I can ever thank you enough.
It's the least I could do. After everything he's taught me. You should take this.
She's cute
You can
too.
call me in the military
yeah.
if you need to.
She's
big,
a
honestly.
She's a badass.
Yes, she is.
She's the one sniping people, right?
You all
Bear told Hawkeye.
becoming a soldier. Your father
Hmm?
told me soldiers are left to rot like trash.
Let's go.
That may be, but I know it's the only way to make a difference.
She's
Damn,
a,
he doesn't
she
know.
she
Never again if
is
I don't try to make
Annie.
this
Annie and
country
Berthold's
better
child.
place.
It's canon.
That must have sounded pretty childish, huh?
Not at all. There's nothing childish about caring. I'd like to believe that you're serious about this. That you really
Edward
do
is
care.
Reiner and Historia's kid.
Can I trust you, Roy?
Yeah.
With my father's
And Alphonse.
Man, so they really have lived together for a while, or known each other, other than Ooh. Wait.
Been waiting for this episode, Will.
Yeah.
No, Hayate. Bad dog.
I love that.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry, it happens all the time. So I heard you're working for the Fuhrer.
Yeah.
She's bad.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Looks like things got pretty serious.
Yeah, but I didn't use it. I didn't have to. Well, I couldn't pull the trigger. It's pathetic, huh? If I just... Well, I was just useless.
Tell me what happened.
You know, Scar, I found out he murdered Winry's parents. She could have shot him. But deep down, I knew that would be wrong. And all of a sudden, that gun seemed like something evil. Next thing I knew, I stopped her. But I honestly think she would have shot him if I hadn't been there. She could hardly stop crying once I got the gun away. And it's my fault. I've got no resolve. I only managed to make things worse.
You're just dwelling on this stuff because you made it back alive. You need to stay focused on living. That's how you'll help Winry. How else can you protect her?
That little
I mean,
husky.
after all, you love her, don't you?
Oh, the poor dog! As I say that.
It's not like that. We're just been friends since we were little kids, and she's like family to me. I mean, of course, I'm going to protect her.
Family.
Riza will understand that.
Don't ever listen to that.
I'm sorry.
Riza understands.
This only added to your burdens.
They ever say they're just family, they're lying.
Yeah.
It's a
Does it ever
lie.
feel like a burden to you?
I'm starting to feel like Winry
I've
and
lost the right to look
Roy
at it
might have
that
called
way.
themselves family
So
at
I'd
one
be wrong
time.
to complain. I'm not proud of it,
Winry and Roy?
but I've
Riza?
chosen
Riza,
to feel
Riza.
sorry
My bad,
for
my bad.
myself.
That's weird.
Besides,
I feel like Will and
I
I
can't
both
deny
went.
that I'm the one who
Yeah.
chose this path.
Do you mean Ishval? Can I ask you about that? Would it be alright?
Oh,
I thought the episode
It's
just
time to
died.
confess. Tell me your sins. What did you do to my people?
Ishval is a harsh and barren country, filled with rocks and sand. Considering the terrain, it's
Looks
not
like
surprising
snow
that
back
it gave
there.
birth to such a stringent religion. Or that its people would be so earnest and resolute.
Look at the red eyes.
It's only natural that a faction of the population would protest the country's annexation by Amestris. Their mistrust was soon justified.
Hate this so much.
Don't show it again. Okay.
Fuck,
That
dude.
one bullet changed everything. Their mistrust turned to outrage, and dissidence spread like a contagion.
So the military was there because there was factions
Soon
building.
escalated into a
Tired
civil
of
war,
exile.
And the
What-
fighting lasted 7 long years.
Wow.
Until a simple one-page document determined the Ishvalan's fate.
Oof. Can I read it?
Executive Order 3066. The official order to initiate the Ishvalan War of
Order
Extermination.
66.
Yeah.
That even sounds like
The Imperials.
yeah, for sure.
Whoa.
Come on, let's finally get some of him. Mr. Kimley?
It was like hell on earth. The air was tainted with the smell
She
of
was there
human
too, yeah,
decay,
yeah. Okay.
And the
okay.
desert sand
She's a
soaked
sniper.
up the blood
Yeah.
like a sponge.
I don't think they've shown her there yet. Ooh!
There she is.
Most combat is blind. A normal soldier might fire erratically without a clear target in mind. But it's different for snipers.
Oh man, look at her
You have
eyes.
to be
Someone is
distinct
sure to
about
die
it.
when
Yep.
you pull the trigger.
Dang. It's
Where
true.
other soldiers don't always have a direct line of sight on the effects of their actions.
That's so true.
Snipers
Right.
do.
She has to see every single choice.
Big
Yeah.
outcasts.
Who is this guy?
Listen here. I am the Iron
Dude,
Blood
this guy.
Alchemist.
He died, right?
Yeah, Scar killed
Scar
him.
killed him?
Iron and blood.
Ooh. Awesome gauntlets, though.
Now stand down. I am the only man able to take the lead in this battle.
He makes cannons, I think.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, that's not dope. Oh, damn.
Poor guy, man.
I
It makes more fucking
dude.
people. God.
They showed that before.
Oh.
They showed that wall before. It's
Yeah,
crazy
they
that
did.
Armstrong was the one to do it. Frick.
Those scars,
Scars
brother.
back.
Dude, that's effed up.
They took my leg! Those savages!
Yep,
That's the other
he's
one.
that's
The
Gran
top
Torino.
head.
Gran Torino. Yeah. Scar killed him too.
Hey, Roy! Roy Mustang!
Mr. Hughes.
Maze was there.
Mr.
So
Hughes.
you got deployed too. Well, it's good to see you.
Isn't that Envy's person
Although-
right there?
You've
be.
changed since the last time I saw you.
Oh god.
I could say the same, Hughes. You have the eyes of the killer.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Hughes' hair.
Country.
Yeah.
It's not exactly
really
the
good.
future we imagined when we were at the academy.
Yeah. I guess that future could never be. Captain, you got a letter.
Oh, thank you.
What?
Is it his
What's wrong?
wife?
I've still got a beautiful future.
Ah.
My name is Gracia. She's waiting at the
His daughter.
for the day I can come home.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, Grace.
All alone.
Or no, it's his wife.
Before
Yeah.
some jerk puts the moves on her.
Yeah, it's the wife.
Gracia would never do that to me. She'd never have an affair like that. But she is all alone. Hey, Hughes, I got a little advice for you. It happens in movies and novels all of the time. The soldiers who never shut up about their girls back home, they don't make it.
Not funny.
I was gonna say, military guys always have wives to cheat on.
All right then.
I don't know
can make it
what he was
understand.
gonna say.
This letter is all I need. I can think about tomorrow again.
Oh.
Even if this damn battlefield might not let me see it.
7 fucking years.
He doesn't have any powers,
Way
right?
out of
No.
this war.
He's just a.
He's just a
No matter
shooter.
how much
Yeah.
military force we
Well,
throw
he's a
at it,
captain.
The desert seems to just suck it
Headshot.
up like water. All of this destruction. For what purpose?
Do Alchemists
All that's
outrank
left is sand.
anybody?
True.
I think they do.
It seems a little
Because
insensitive to
Ed
suppress
got away with
uprising.
stuff.
It's a high rank.
It's a high rank, but they still have to like listen to like a Hughes or something.
Hello, Major Mustang. Long time no see.
Mm.
Do you still remember me?
Damn this war. Even her. She has the eyes of a killer, too.
Yeah. That loss of innocence.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Look at that tattoo.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Why did they show her twice?
It was younger. and
Maybe you
older.
can answer this, Major.
Okay.
Why are we being ordered to kill citizens when we should be the ones protecting them? I thought alchemy was meant to be used to help people. So why is it being used to kill them instead?
Damn.
Because that's the job we state alchemists
Here
have
we
been
go.
given to do.
Oh, finally,
You asked
dude.
why we're here killing these people instead of protecting them?
Dang.
Because this is a war and that's what soldiers do. Isn't that right?
You think this is our job? To cause tragedy?
Well, that's how it seems. But let's see. Tell me, miss. You're not very happy to be here, are you? Well, you don't appear to be. But can you honestly tell me, in that split second when you take down an enemy, you don't allow yourself to
dude.
feel the slightest tinge of satisfaction and pride in your skills? Well, Miss Marksman,
That's enough, Kimberly!
I'll tell you what I don't get. Did you people expect something different? You act like you're surprised, like you didn't choose this. Did you put on that uniform thinking you wouldn't be asked to kill? The one thing worse than death is to avert your eyes from it. Look straight at the people you kill. Don't take your eyes off them for a second. And don't ever forget them, because I promise
I think that's
they
an
will
honorable
forget
thing to
you.
do.
It's true. You shouldn't look away if you're killing somebody.
No way.
Oh, too bad. There's the bell. Time
I
to
You also,
get back
you
to
also
work.
shouldn't kill innocent people. in
That,
general.
yes.
Oh, no.
I
thought it
know-
means like killing like people attacking you, but
Yeah.
even though
Can you tell me why you
they came here.
Yeah.
I mean, he is saying in a sense like you give respect to the other
That's
person by
the
looking at them, but regardless, you're killing innocent people. Like,
I understand
Fuck
what he's
off.
saying, but in a different scenario.
Yeah.
Not this scenario.
and
Like not
That's
this
it.
scenario.
Yeah,
That
not
was
this.
a nuke.
Not this one.
That's so. What the hell is the reason for this war?
Exactly.
There is one, but it's worse than you can imagine.
Ooh, do tell.
On the fifth
What is
lab.
that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, those are
Ishvalan.
Ishvalans.
Are those the
Alive?
brothers? Are those the brothers? The brothers were made here. The murderers. Pixis? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh.
Oh, the music. You did it.
You took the lives of my people to create a philosopher's stone! What happened to this stone?
It was given to Major J. Kimberly. He was known as the Crimson Alchemist.
He's the one who killed your family.
What did look like? Did he have black hair and cold eyes? Yes.
Oh, the Elric Brothers killer. Gosh, he has so many people he has to go after.
Everything changed. That single stone turned the battle around.
What a beautiful sound. It doesn't get any better than that. I can feel it deep in my bones. Like a part of me I never noticed before. That sound is an extension of my being.
The music's great, you hear this?
This land that's governed by death, I will paint it red with this shard of destruction.
Woo!
I couldn't dream of a more fulfilling job.
There's Scar's family.
Such a beautiful sound! Like a symphony! This stone is amazing!
Dude, Shiggy Diggy.
I was gonna say, isn't that
Awesome.
Shigaraki?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I was thinking of that because we just saw Shiggy do stuff like that
Ishvalans were
recently.
slaughtered.
You brought it up one
With no
episode,
other
like how
options,
ironic.
The
Yeah,
Ishvalan
right.
surrendered. The High Priest of Ishvala, Log Lo, offered himself to the Fuhrer on behalf of his people.
So, you're asking me to take your life in place of the remaining tens of thousands of Ishvalans?
That's correct. I stand.
How arrogant of you. Do you sincerely believe that your single life is equivalent to the remaining multitude of your followers? Your stature has gone to your head. The life of any individual human is only worth one life. That's all. Nothing more.
Is
and
this
nothing
the
less.
Ishvalan leader?
Your life is not
Yeah.
enough to call off the extermination.
How can you be so inhuman? You will suffer the hammer of God!
God, you say?
Let's hope.
Now, this is intriguing. How much
Dude,
longer
Hughes
do
is
you
right
think
there.
your God plans to wait before unleashing his fury? Just how many thousands of lives must I take before he decides to strike me down?
Yeah, fuck.
Open your eyes. God is nothing more than a construct created by man to inspire fear and promote order. If you wish to see me struck down for all these atrocities, use your own hands to do so, not God's.
And that's it. The war soon ended, and we were all discharged and returned to our homes.
Now we know. We really are as expendable as garbage to them.
To protect the people I love. And in turn,
That's a
they'll
cool
protect
shot.
the ones they love.
Look, it almost looks 3D too. Look at that.
Seems like the least we tiny humans can do for each other.
Ants to a god.
What's a goon to a god? And what's a god
To a king.
to a non-believer?
What's a guy to a non-believer?
Who don't believe in anything.
Don't believe it.
So you decided to take this path after all, even after what you went through in Ishval.
Yes, sir. If the world truly operates based on the principles of equivalent exchange, then we soldiers have plenty to give back. If this world is meant to prosper, then it is our duty to carry the bodies of the dead across a river of blood to their resting place.
From now on, I'm assigning you to be my assistant. I feel like I can trust you to watch my back.
This is still flashback.
Although,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expect you understand what this means. You'll be able to shoot
Her
me
hair
in the
short.
back as
Yeah.
well. If I ever deviate from this path, then I want you to shoot me. And I'm trusting you to do so.
Jeez. Okay.
Do you accept my offer?
Maybe don't
Of
still
course
follow
I do,
that rule.
sir. I'll follow you into hell if you ask me to.
But even if the Colonel does
You're on the
become
road
a
there.
Fuhrer, how will that change the fact that this is still a military state?
Well, it won't. The first thing we'll have to do is restore power to the Parliament. We'll take it back from the military and make it democratic again. Only after the full extent of the military's corruption has been brought to light can this country move forward.
What do you mean?
Fuck, I'd be afraid like
For
my house is
example,
bugged.
those who were praised as
You're gonna have
heroes
to do a
during the
lot of
Ishvalan
stuff to change this
campaign will be
government.
brought to trial.
A lot of stuff.
That's right. In a just, peaceful world, after all that we've done, we'll be seen as mass murderers.
And the Colonel is trying to make sure this happens? Isn't that just like committing suicide? But the homunculi were the ones pulling the strings. They caused the Civil War.
Even if they were the ones responsible for it.
Still carried
We
it
were
out.
the soldiers who carried
Yep.
it out.
Yeah, they still joined in. That's the
You
Yep.
should never avert your eyes from death. Never
Yep.
forget the people you've killed. Trust me. No matter how much time passes, they will never forget the ones who killed them.
It's not right.
You don't have time to start worrying about us. Your hands are already full. You need to look after your brother, Ed, and you need to get your bodies back. You better get to it. You got plenty of people waiting for that day.
I'll get our bodies back. And Al will help me.
Good night, Dr. Knox. Sorry for the intrusion.
Excuse me, Mr. Armor?
Huh?
I just
Mr.
wanted to thank
Armor.
you for your help. You saved
Yeah!
my lives.
My name's not Mr. Armor. It's Alphonse Elric.
Your name is Elric?
And he's a
You
tall
know
Elric right
Elric,
now.
Don't you? The little alchemist you screamed at? Well, I'm actually his younger brother.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a long story, but I lost my body.
She's gonna fall
So
in
you're
love.
his younger brother, huh? You probably look just like him then.
How rude! For starters, I am way taller than my brother is,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have a mean face like him. I'm a much better fighter too. And I don't have a temper like he does. I'm a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
Let's go! He even has
I hope that you get your body back soon.
sideburns.
Oh, well, thank you.
29, 30, 32, 33.
$75.
Yeah.
What was it? $25.50, $75.
Yeah.
Elementary school. They do that song for you?
No.
Nope.
We went to the same elementary school.
No, we
Surely.
didn't.
Okay, but you will end up going to the school that I went to.
In
You
fifth
never
grade.
heard $25.50, $75.
No. We don't use our fingers.
True. Did I ever tell you that story?
Yes, you did.
It's like one of my
That's
earliest.
how we first met, you said, apparently.
Exactly.
I
was
don't
like,
remember
that's,
that.
It's like Adam. Like my first memory of Adam is our math classes colliding. That's so funny that you brought that up. That's so weird.
Who'd you have as a teacher, your math teacher?
Mr. Rose.
Oh, I think I had Mr. TQ.
Yeah, our rooms are right next to each other.
Yeah. And then we eventually had Mr. Rose together.
He was also my homeroom teacher.
Yeah,
for
that
a
was
bit.
the best.
Him and Miss K. We would switch between those two
So
rooms.
awesome. I want to see Mr. Rose so
I always
bad.
had the cool teachers as my homeroom. It was
I now
awesome.
have tattoos. I can show him them.
Sure.
Hope you're decent, Doc. Time for yourself.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
It sure is quiet in here.
Oh boy.
Are you thinking about crying
Scar.
yourself to sleep?
Scar. Scar.
Vengeance.
Oh! Oh! I don't know if you can put that in the video, Frick.
Oh, dude, blurred out.
You're fine. Ooh, that was graphic. Oh my gosh. I thought it was going to be her getting the hand. What was that episode called?
The
War of
Ishvalan War of Extermination.
War of Extermination.
Yeah.
A good fleshed out story on Riza. Finally getting some of her own spotlight this show, which is very nice. She's really cool. I like her.
Yeah.
I'm down for more episodes, honestly, of her. I don't know if we'll be able to get that, but her and her relationship with Roy is pretty deep-seated, surprisingly. I only thought they would be purely like work buddies. But damn you, dude. Come on. Fan coming on right as we're talking.
Sorry about the fan.
Yeah, sorry about that. We'll try to figure it out eventually. For now, it's whatever.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, so she is bae, for sure.
Absolutely.
She's a badass, for sure. She's
and a war criminal.
She's also a war criminal. You know, you can't pickers can't be choosers or whatever. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or beggars can't.
Beggars can't be choosers. So where do we start? Well, we start with her father.
Yeah, Roy.
Yeah. So Roy,
Mr. Berthold.
Roy wanted to learn
Flame alchemy.
more, or the flame alchemy from
her dad.
Berthold Hawkeye.
Yeah, shit. Shit.
You wanna-
Oh, shit.
I don't know why you don't put it in the cup holder.
It's too big. It's too big. Keep that on camera. I'll clean it after.
Who was the one that spilled the beer when I wasn't here?
Who did?
The
Caleb.
episode.
Spilled my
Caleb
fucking beer.
all over the
floor. My fucking beer. That's when we FaceTimed you.
Caleb's.
The klutz.
Yeah.
Big
The
times.
biggest klutz.
As I spilled my drink.
I went
have no room to talk.
to the liquor store and got that kind of beer. The Orange Smash.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
Keep all this in. What's up?
Anyways.
We spill drinks occasionally.
Berthold Hawkeye is
Perfected.
Roy's master. He perfected flame alchemy,
Flame.
and Roy wanted to learn it. He said, "Hey man, like you taught me other like normal alchemy. Why can't I learn this?" And you know, Roy ended up becoming a soldier for the military. He wanted to use it to protect people and do it for the good.
Master
His-
was like,
He's like, I don't want to hear that rhetoric from you.
Yeah.
I should have never taught you in the first place. And
I've completed it.
yeah, he said he completed it, but he was also like already like he lost motivation because he was done and
He was
already
dying.
dead,
Yeah.
essentially.
If this is a spoiler, I guess don't answer it yet. I'm just trying to. Now that we're 20 some episodes deep into the show, 30 deep into the
Next year will
show,
be 30.
when they talk about alchemy and like how you said standard alchemy right there, what would you say is standard alchemy? What is like? Is there somebody who exhibits just like standard alchemy? Like what is
I
that?
mean, I feel like it's just
Like turning something into something else?
yeah, essentially
At
that's
Bear?
it. Yeah, I just think that like everyone's doing something a little bit different. Like Armstrong makes giant fists that come out of the ground. The Blood Iron Alchemist makes.
Also, to be clear with that, Armstrong's alchemy is only through his family. It's passed down.
Like if I had to say what the like bare minimum for alchemy, just based off what I think I've pulled in so far, is
I would say it's like Ed and Alphonse when Ed repaired that dude's radio.
yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like maybe standard is like you don't create something new. It's you take what's already there and
Fix
just either make more of it or turn it back to something.
I mean, I think anybody in the comments wants to make it more clear.
Or
I would just
correct
say it's equivalent exchange, like
Yeah.
just the bare
Okay.
minimum of like I feel like Ed is the most standard because he literally just takes everything around him and
reverts it.
and molds
Changes its
it
form.
into something that he can use.
Yeah.
He makes swords out of the blood, grabs the iron from the blood and made a sword. He makes a spear from the ground. He makes like platforms that rise up from the ground or like arms essentially that punch.
Manipulates his automail to a blade.
Yeah,
And
like
help me remember, when Roy does his thing, does he have to have an ignite? Because I remember he had the little...
So it's the symbol on his glove. The glove is what creates the spark.
Because it has an infused way to spark it.
Yeah.
So
I think-
there's an element of...
And he's manipulating the molecules in the air.
I'm just trying to make sure that...
Oxygen.
yeah.
So just like if I wanted to go build a fire, I would need wood and something that can spark a flame. So Roy's not making the flame. He's pretty much just making a fire, but he's the igniting part, and he has to have wood. Not really wood, but like, you know what I mean? Like
he is making the fuel through his
Glove.
through his transmutation.
Okay.
Let me go through.
I'm just trying to...
I asked AKB this.
I know that's a little off topic right now, but I was just trying to think of alchemy as a whole, how exactly it works, and if it's too spoilery to talk about. Because I don't know if they'll ever get into detail, so if it's not supposed to be fully explained yet, I'm just trying to figure out based off of now.
Well, at minimum, we know that we don't know everything because Envy states specifically to edit.
You guys don't know it.
You guys don't understand what the power you're using. You get a little bit of power. You think you have power. You
think you understand what it is, but you don't even know what
You're
it
not
is.
even using real power, is what Envy said.
Okay.
But as far as we know, in general, alchemy is just like taking one thing and making another.
Something else.
Like, but not necessarily making something different. It's not like you're taking water and making lightning. It's like you're using water to do something specific with water. You're using the metal to make something specific with metal, or stone to make something with stone.
Deconstruct, replace, or
Roy
reconstruct.
Mustang's flame alchemy is done by a transmutation of air.
Yeah, he transmutes the air.
Compressing it very densely, then creating a
Whoa.
spark with his gloves to ignite it.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess air is a thing. I guess you can. I mean, you're constantly in it. I feel it right now when I shake my hand, so I guess that works. Transmutate that.
I mean, oxygen is.
Can you
like
feel that, people?
Oxygen and like whatever is actually burning the thing is fuel for a fire.
That's weird. Burning the chemicals in the air.
I accidentally pressed the AOT spoiler thread, so my heart is going a little crazy right now.
This guy. You don't ever click it just to get the stupid notification?
No, I told Will, it is always lit up
dude.
white.
Guys,
He muted the note.
You can mute it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to show me. Can you,
God!
I can't.
I'll show you.
Like I have so many. We can still keep this in. When you get like text threads, like I got family threads, I just mute. I can't. I have to click it, hit the blue. I can't stand the blue icons.
You don't like the numbers.
So I click and click back. I
Okay,
can't. It
but
drives me
so-
nuts. It drives me nuts. Well, join the Discord though.
Yeah, just for reference, you can mute it and it literally grays it out. Like, as far as I know, because I muted it as soon as we made it, no one has ever sent a message in there because it doesn't even show me. It's grayed out.
Frick.
Like, you can click in it, but like I don't know if anyone's ever sent a message. I'm sure they have,
Damn.
but as far as I know, they don't. Anyways,
Full Metal
but so Roy
and Riza. Sorry, we got off topic right off the bat.
Riza's father died, and he says, "Take care of my daughter. She holds
The secrets to it.
or she holds the research and the secrets to my
Flame out
to my
Her
friend."
back.
Yeah.
Her back. I was gonna say either she's a secret worker for someone with a tattoo like that, or she's got something special about her with a tattoo like that. Yeah, it's always tattoos, you know. It's always like somebody's got. Somebody's always got a scheme or like a story when they got something that is that in depth of a tattoo, and it looks like it has like words on it too. Like it looks like a Full Metal tattoo.
It's like it's a transmutation circle.
Yeah, dude.
It's a transmutation circle plus like writing and stuff. So, but she literally is carrying on her back her father's legacy.
Bro, take some pictures of that or start writing that down. Get Roy to draw you like one of his French women.
Well,
Speaking of.
well, clearly at some point
Speaking
he
of,
learns it. Speaking of, yeah,
they might have been a thing. I didn't mean Winry in the episode.
he meant Riza.
Riza. I could totally see that as a couple.
Yeah.
They definitely considered themselves family at one time in denial.
Yeah. But they met up at the grave and kind of talked about like what they're gonna do. You know, she eventually follows in his footsteps. You know, going to the military herself.
Yeah.
But before that, present day, Ed came by to return the gun to Riza and asked if she could share about the Ishvalan war because she had experienced death and killing people, and he couldn't seem to do it when Winry was about to pull the trigger and kill Scar.
Yeah.
He couldn't like bear himself to do it and like at all. And she begins to share the story of the War of Ishval and what took place there.
And Dr. Marco to Scar too.
Yeah, at the same time they both
paralleling.
shared.
Goodness gracious.
Did
we even talk last episode about Scar and the Doctor?
No.
Contact with each
Yeah,
other?
we didn't talk about that last
Frick.
episode.
Yes, I guess very briefly on that. I mean, that story is as over as it was beginning.
Oh, yeah.
He shared a story. It didn't last long for him. I mean, I guess because of last episode, not this one, but the Doctor wanted, and that was a big thing last episode we missed. Frick, the Doctor is taking part in the genocide. He said, dude, kill me right now. That is like the best thing that can happen right now. Like, you are a god to me. You killing me is like a redeeming thing because I get to make sure I don't cause genocide twice.
It was more of, he used the word revenge. It's revenge against the military.
Them. Because the military is responsible for... Okay, so when he was saying he helped mastermind the genocide, he's referring to Ishvalan. What was his role in helping with the genocide of the Ishvalan?
He's the one who made the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, so
okay.
he took...
When we first met him, he even brought that up, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was so horrified by what he had done because they executed Ishvalans into making the stone.
He's the doctor from the episode of that small town that Lost visited. Okay. They have all these doctors. I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding.
That's Dr. Marco. The one with the glasses is Knox. Dr. Knox.
Why did they make him so damn similar, dude?
Yeah, I mean, they did it with the gray sideburns.
They shouldn't have done that. Whatever.
The one's very aggressive, the one is not.
All we need to know is the bad one's dead. That's what we do now.
Yes.
So, back in this land, Riza and the doctor are sharing their stories to Scar, Edward. She's a sniper, as we already knew. She has to make the specific choice to kill who she's targeting. She doesn't get the luxury of
blind firing,
or
even blind blowing up. Roy.
Well, yeah, most war, you're shooting across that target, and when they stop moving, you know to move to the next one. You can't really stop, but she has to literally see the person's face, see their last facial expressions as the life is taken out of them.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, she's literally living the life that Kimberly was talking about. She doesn't even get the choice; she has to see the people.
What she was talking about. Have you seen American Sniper?
I've not gotten to see it.
It made me think of that movie.
Yeah, Chris Kyle.
Yeah,
haven't seen it yet. You like it?
It's very sad.
Maybe I don't need that in my life right now. I've been watching too many. I've been watching too many sad stuff.
Not really worth.
I need happy stuff.
But yeah, we get to experience everybody's side of what they had done in the war. We saw Roy. We saw Kimberly. We saw Armstrong.
It's so fucking sad.
Oh, dude, that made me feel icky.
Yeah.
That made me feel icky because we get to see the end result of how he felt. I think last episode that he ends up leaving, but I guess we get to see a reason probably of why he left in today's episode.
Yeah.
Holy graphic.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the worst thing, graphic-wise, compared to the post-credit scene in today's episode.
But the whole thing, they're just gunning people down to the street. They shot a woman in the back who I think she was carrying a baby too.
Killing, I can I'm okay with watching a war take place, but I don't know. It feels weird to watch somebody somebody being caged.
Oh, those are innocent people.
But also caged and killed.
Yeah.
Cornered,
yeah.
It's different from if they're fighting back versus someone else trying to.
Yeah.
They have no weapons. Yeah.
They're really trying to escape.
I don't know what I'm saying. I know this is a war that the Ishvalan didn't even ask for one thing, but I guess I kind of just brush that over in my mind when I watch these scenes sometimes. But I think just seeing them kind of caged like animals and then shot is a little disturbing. And it's very upsetting that Armstrong's the one doing it too.
Not just Armstrong. Everybody involved.
Just because I like Armstrong though, just because he's sweet. It's just very shocking to see that it's him doing that.
Yeah, but all of them. Across the world. Some of the other alchemists were, the old guy who was Gran Torino was man, I tucked my legs.
Yeah, but I don't like that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But we still have Roy who. Yeah. And Hughes, too. As much as everyone loves Hughes and how sweet of a guy that he is, granted, we didn't see him do anything, but like Roy said, you have the eyes of
He's
the killer.
definitely complicit.
Yeah.
He was in that room with the leaders.
Yeah. He was there when he said, we're exterminating. He was there when Wrath was we're exterminating everybody.
Yeah. I guess it's also because, I also didn't build the strongest love for Hughes in my viewership. Roy, I like, but more for the badass sake, so I don't really feel oh, I love this guy. I think I feel that when I watch Armstrong.
Do you view Roy as the hero though?
No,
not at all.
Not at all.
Not even close. No sense of that he's like a hero.
No, because honestly, I mean, I think he's cool and a badass, but I don't really know his intent. Like, I know he wants to be the top dog, but like, I don't know. I think today was the first episode where I got to see like the origin of his intent, where like he said like we should use alchemy for the good. Or now it's like I don't really know. It just seems like he also is very ambitious. Because remember, I thought he would be a good candidate for greed. I don't know if I ever said that, but like I thought he matched up for like because he was super ambitious and wanted to be the Führer of a nation that's not really a great nation.
Not even you don't even see good in him, even when he saved Ross.
No. I see good in him, but when you guys were asking me, I was saying compared to Armstrong.
Well, I'm not trying to compare him.
Yeah.
I mean that's like. It's hard to compare like Deku and Bakugo when Deku
that's
is like
what I mean.
the most genuine hearted person, but Bakugo's still like a hero, a good guy.
Yeah, but like I think I would see Deku and Bakugo a little bit differently just because of how they conduct their person. I guess I don't know. I just think there's an innocence about Armstrong, so like I perceive him a little bit more like lighthearted compared to like a Roy. I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's a hard comparison, so.
I will say this is very not necessarily like on the topic of what you're saying, but this for me is like I love the show. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy the show, but this is part of the show where it kind of like loses me, where I'm like, I appreciate Roy wanting to like make amends, like because Riza gave his true intentions at this point in the show. Do you remember what she said?
What scene are we talking about?
Near the end, after she's done explaining why like Roy and Riza are staying in the military, like what they want to do.
No.
Okay, well he said that was the whole thing when Ed's like it's not fair because basically Roy wants to take over the military, revert the government back to like a democratic system. And he wants to brand everyone a war criminal who participated in Ishvalan.
Yeah. Right.
So he wants to like essentially make amends, but even putting himself and Riza and all of them like it's like doing that.
Status suicide for sure.
Mm-hmm. But like I get that, and that's like
I think that's pretty honorable.
It is honorable,
but it's like. You need somebody to fill the vacuum once the power is gone. So if you think... I personally... I'm trying to think what would be better. Because, one, I don't really know this world well enough. I don't like have people would be like, he would be a good king to help people. Like, I only have the characters to work off of. So when you're making half the cast people who would probably go to jail for what they've done in a new society, I feel like... Maybe just keep it a secret and just be the leaders and make amends by making good of the world at this point. Instead of making good of the world by not helping. Like just throwing yourself in jail for the rest of it. Is that what you're implying?
Implying about what? Like what the show's
like
saying?
Why you don't... What you don't...
Well, no. I was saying that... My point of what I was going to say was like I get that that's like an honorable thing, but it's also like to me it feels like half-assed. Yes, I will say it. We can like you said this on Discord. We were talking about Attack on Titan. I won't get into it because maybe spoilers for people who haven't watched it yet. But you remember you were saying like from like a self-righteous position when you were talking about like Eren and what Eren has actually done. I will say this from a self-righteous position of like. 3 guys sitting on a couch doing YouTube that haven't like experienced war. You know, it's easy to say some of these things, but it's just wild to think that like you have all the power in the world, and in the whole time you're doing it, you think it's wrong, but you still like go along with it.
Still do it.
You know what I mean? Like even Armstrong in a way, like you gotta look at dude and be like, really, like you ran away from it, like you knew this was wrong enough to the point that you left. But you didn't do anything to like help these people. You know what I mean?
How like switch sides or anything.
Yeah, I mean, like you think about it, of all these dudes, especially like you think about all these people, like Mace Hughes. Granted, he's not an alchemist, but like he's clearly like a higher. Like, I mean, he's a captain, so he's like a higher, or not. He's not a high-ranking officer, but he's higher than like the average Joe. He could have led some people and rallied the troops to be like, no, we're not doing this. And then you have people like. Armstrong and Roy, and I mean, most alchemists seem to not really give a fuck that they're just murdering people.
They're soldiers.
But still, it's like, but you have to see like the wrong in that.
see
You know
it.
what I mean? I just can't imagine actively doing that, especially like I know
to the innocence. I get what you're saying. I think it would be more frustrating to see them turn a blind eye to the innocent people they're killing. But a lot of times, I feel like in war, it's hard for soldiers to know if what they're coming to do is bad intent. If the other enemy is also there to attack,
but they actively knew what they were doing was wrong. Like every person that had a conversation in that episode, except for Kimberly, was like actively like, this is not okay. Why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we here right now?
Yeah.
And like they continued going because like in that moment when they're at the camp and they're like chilling and Riza's like, why are we here? Why is this even happening? And Roy's saying the same thing and Kimberly's like, you gotta like look them in the eye, respect their death and stuff like this. And it's like, yeah, okay, I get that. Like that's a fair point, but also like now you guys continued on, especially like even further to the point of like they borderline wiped out the whole race. You know what I mean?
What was the pitch that they gave to a mistress for this war? Like, what is the pitch they gave to soldiers if this was like an open, like this wasn't a draft? They said this was like by choice that soldiers came. Well, so what was the pitch?
Well, so part of the problem too, they said, was that. And I don't think that it was that. No, they weren't saying. They weren't saying that it was a choice that they got into. They went to Ishvalan itself. It wasn't like every soldier was like, "Hey, you want to go?" It was a choice that joined the military.
Yeah,
they knew. They knew in the sense, like Kimberly was stating that, like you knew that joining the military, you are signing up to be a soldier, which means you have the chance of taking people's lives. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas, like most of them didn't think they were going to be killing children
innocent
and
people,
women and families and civilian, like you know what I mean,
genocide,
like doing unspeakable things.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just think it's like a little bit. I don't know. It just feels weird. Like you have all this power, and granted, you're talking about taking on a military, but like that's what they're doing right now, and it's even worse because now they're fighting like fucking demons. They didn't know they were fighting demons before. They thought they were just fighting or dealing with like a evil, Fuhrer and his like people under him. Whereas now it's like, and they had all that power back then, and nothing's changed, and now the situation's even worse. And now they're like, yeah, we're definitely fighting.
Well, hey, they're not great guys at the end of the day.
Yeah. I know. It's just I think it's weird. It's weird.
Great guys make for good TV.
It does. It just feels weird from like a perspective, just like. I don't know. This is just me. I just feel like it makes me feel grossed out that like the perspective of the whole thing is from like the man. I can't believe we had to kill these people. Like the perspective should be on the people that were like the actual victims of or not the perspective, but like the audience.
Like, yeah.
The audience's attention to like feeling bad shouldn't be feeling bad because Roy and Riza had to kill innocent people. It should be the fact that the innocent people died.
It's like they're doing one of those war, like PTSD war stories where you're supposed to feel bad for the soldiers because they were put into a horrible position, probably like American Sniper. Where I don't know the movie, but I know like he had to do like make hard calls and you focus on the mental trauma of him afterwards. Yeah. Where this is like you're dealing with the mental trauma of people who had a choice in the matter. Yeah. Or like knowingly continue to do bad stuff. Yeah. So we're pity partying bad actions.
Yeah. And again, like war is complicated, so like soldiers can be put to do things and they might not even understand what they're doing is like really bad or that they're killing innocents.
Well, that's why I was wondering about what was like the pitch sold to them because the child got shot by Sorry,
no,
you're fine. The child got shot by Envy. But an Emestrian. And then what did the Ishvalan do? Did they like rise up and try to attack? And then that's how they started to lie. Ishvalans are crazy.
Yeah, well also they said the Emestrians in the beginning of this episode they annexed their land and forced them to become a part of their country. Like they were like a sovereign nation.
That's what it was.
And they went over like kind of like the whole like Crimea thing that happened a few years ago with Russia. Okay. Not exactly the same, but like I'm just saying for annexing purposes at least.
Annex. Okay.
But so that happened. Then I'm guessing the whole Envy thing happened where he shot him, like tensions were high, shot the innocent, and now the spark of the Civil War happened. But anyways, I still like the show. That's just like my
It's a fair point.
It is.
POV.
It's a good point.
Like, there aren't a lot
I
of
never thought
Ishvalan
of
characters.
That's a good point too, even for Armstrong. Because
Yeah.
I was feeling bad for the guy, but then when you say that, it's like, yeah. What is cool about it though, other than the self-righteous part, is like anyone. If any of these people had tried to do something back in the day, I'm sure they would have been killed.
For sure.
Absolutely.
So the good characters of the world are probably already dead at this point. So we're left with whoever's around, and then we have to see how their moral compass navigates the situation.
And we can appreciate that they are trying now to make amends for the past. It's just one of those things where I'm like, you guys had the power back then to try and make a difference, and it's like now we're doing it like 8-10 years later.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my 2 cents about it. That's all.
Is there? Sorry, we covered. We saw Kimberly. Kimberly. We saw him a bit more.
He has a Philosopher's Stone.
Mr. Shiggy Diggy. He chewed on it and did the scene that we've already seen with the brothers. I think. I mean, he has a very sadist perspective. You know, it's like. Although I understand what he's getting at when he's like,
that battery's about to die.
Okay.
We're back.
We're gonna hit the button.
Oh, just died.
As you were touching it, that's
Yep.
crazy. Yeah, that's just me. Like
Dude, I never thought of that.
I'm not trying to like.
No,
I'm not trying to
no.
like pity party it or make it like and of course like I'm not trying to have like the I would do such a better thing because like I'm not trying to say that I would, but it's just crazy that like you have the power to do those things, and then also just like to me it just feels gross the choice of the author. Like I know it's our cast, like we don't have Ishvalan characters, so it's like not like we can other than Scar. But Scar's also like a really fucked up, like murderous dude.
Yeah.
So it's not like we get a chance to like look at the story of like a young Ishvalan kid that has to like, or a family that's suffering because of this and lost a father and an uncle and a sister because of this. We don't get those opportunities to deal with that. So I get it in some regards, but also, you know, it just feels gross to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just it is. Anyways, back to it. You were saying Kimberly.
He was talking to Riza about, well, don't you get a little satisfaction when you hit the target?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think in every human you can be proud of a achievement you get, I guess. I guess it's like a primal thing to just feel accomplished. So it's just kind of like a sick twist on it. It's just weird.
But
that was an interesting line. But
yeah. Well, his thing too was like he joined the
proud.
military. Like he's like one of those like freaks that joined the military to like actually go and kill people, not necessarily like defend yourself.
For sure.
So whereas like they like kind of like Roy's thing, he's doing this to protect his people and the people he loves and cares about. But you have someone like Kimberly's that like they just want to have like a legal kill. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Like
that's an interesting way to put it, but yeah, for sure.
Like I mean, really, that's what he wants. He wants a legal kill or multiple, many.
That's a hard hitter right there. That's true.
Yeah.
I forget what it is. I feel like I've seen a military movie where like a vet explains to a new person that like he says like most people who join the military are that kind of person, Kimberly. They just want to see what it's like to kill somebody.
Yeah. I mean that's definitely a generalization for sure. I don't want to try and pack everybody as
not everybody
ill-intended, but yeah, there are definitely people out there for sure. Well, that's funny that you said that because I was just talking to somebody about people who work at like horror exhibits. A lot of times they're like the people who just love like
scaring people,
freaking people out. Like they get like a high off doing something that you probably shouldn't do in real life. You know, you shouldn't really antagonize, but it gives people the excuse to do something. That's what I was saying, like that primal urge, because to do something that like you shouldn't do, because I feel like regardless of I don't even know what I was gonna talk about. Let's move on to the next thing. Whatever.
Hold on, I was gonna say what you were talking about, the horror exhibit. Have you seen the video of the dude who's not even in the horror attraction, and a dude walks out with a chainsaw? like people are walking into the exhibit, like going to this horror maze or whatever, and somebody who's working there comes out with a chainsaw. The guy's just staring at him, and he starts walking towards him with a chainsaw, and the dude runs away.
I have not seen.
You haven't seen that? Damn.
But while we're still on the subject, you need to go with us.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I don't understand the joy of being scared. I don't get it.
It's a nice adrenaline rush.
I don't get it.
Do you like roller coasters?
No.
See, I don't either, but I like the aspect of being scared is fun.
Yeah.
I've never been on a roller coaster, but there's that thing where you're on the swings. There's a bunch of swings, and it swings. I'm scared shitless.
Okay. What about like adrenaline? Like,
do you get
it's like adrenaline
any adrenaline rush at all?
When I listen to metal.
Like when you do something. No, but like when you do something like dangerous, or like there's like when you. Trying to think of an example. Like, I know you haven't ever gone to it, but like if you jump off a high tower into water, like there is a
jumping off the rock.
But like there's a potential for a threat.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? There's a potential for a threat that like if I screw this up, I could die technically. Like if I jump too early, I could hit something. Like that is the adrenaline.
I want to go skydiving
high.
so fucking bad. It looks like so much fun.
But the high kicks in when you've done it and it's accomplished. Like you succeeded. It's kind of in par with like he's talking about, like, but in the sadist way, you become a talented individual. You become talented individual. You end up doing something sick though, but because your talent was displayed, you still get that little high of, oh, I am pretty good at what I've done. Like this is a sick capacity, but like when you do a task that you've worked hard to perfect, he's basically just toying with the fact that they're really good at being killers.
Yeah.
Good tie-in, Adam. Thanks for bringing the adrenaline. Yeah. But he's an adrenaline junkie for killing people, so I'm curious to see where he will fall into the story.
Yeah.
He would have been a good candidate for a homunculus. I don't know why he's not working with the Fuhrer.
Yeah.
I wonder what went south, because he seems powerful.
Well, you gotta remember, where did he get that Philosopher's Stone? From the Fifth Laboratory.
The guy? Yeah.
Tim got it from Dr. Marco, the Fifth Laboratory. And who's running that?
Father?
The homunculuses.
Fuhrer? Yeah.
Homunculi. So, I mean, in a sense, they know of Kimberly. They know like who he is and what he is.
The show has a weird way. I keep on forgetting that Father's like the bad guy, but like the Fuhrer's like the front runner of everything.
Yeah.
Like it's just weird because I feel I'm getting confused now. Like, oh wait, is that the Father's doing? Wait, that's the Fuhrer's doing.
He's the Oz.
Magical Oz.
Yeah, and then, Riza basically tells, after recounting the story, she ends up joining Roy in his unit back in, I think they were in the East originally, before they came to Central, but she joins in and he says, I trust you more than anyone to watch my back, but if I ever stray from my mission, shoot me. Yeah, so
let's hope this doesn't manifest.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying. Because there's a strong chance these guys will probably screw something up in the next few episodes. But Roy's not dying. Yeah. If he's dying this early on, I feel like this is crazy. Roy feels like one of the faces of the show. So I would have a hard time seeing him not cease to exist.
Also, another thing, in that flashback when he does that one big explosion, you could see blood on the top.
It looked like blood.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
I didn't catch it.
It's like the top of the smoke cloud. It's just pure red.
Yeah. It's like the initial explosion.
A cloud of blood?
Yeah, it's like red and then the flame follows up. I'm assuming it's blood, but it's also, just not great. Just not a great look for our main cast other than Edward and his brother and Winry.
Your life is only equivalent with one life.
One life, yeah.
Who are you to think your life is worth the lives of every Ishvalan?
10,000.
Fuck the Fuhrer.
Yeah.
Fuck the king.
Fuck yous too, to some degree.
Yeah.
No offense, dude.
Yeah.
Your wife and kid doesn't excuse you from that either.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then
that's the brutal truth of all this right now.
And then I guess the end of it is just Marco, right? Is that the only thing we haven't talked about? Yeah. And Envy came to give
one thing.
Okay, good.
I'll take that back a little bit, just because Hughes doesn't have any alchemy power to shindig or magic himself out of the situation. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And you're against the Fuhrer who can slice and dice you in seconds or threaten to kill your girl.
I mean, I know everything at the end of the day is self-preservation. Like you can never expect a human to go beyond protecting themselves. At like, you become a really like, you become like a hero that's like willing to sacrifice themselves if you are going to put yourself on the line for others. But most people want to self-preserve. Like they're not going to do something that's going to put themselves in harm's way.
Well, I wonder, because of us just watching the last episode, how much this will pertain to what we just watched, because all our heroes are currently working for the bad guys via the fact that they have people at homes that they don't want injured. So I wonder to what extent Roy, Ed even, or Al
get pushed into
doing something just because the fear of this person's life versus somebody I care about.
Yeah. And that's where it gets really complicated.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But Marco,
Frick.
Dr. Marco is now
dead. Frick.
Gone.
That was very bloody.
But the vengeance was written above his body.
Yeah.
So slowly but surely Scar is going to get his revenge for everyone. He's got 2 other people on his hit list. 3 really. Father, the Fuhrer, Envy, and Kimberly.
He should have just waited. Envy was right there. He should have just waited and busted her ass. His ass.
Their ass.
He is injured, remember.
Yeah. He asked Marco to heal, or Marco said he would heal him, but then he turned into the whole story thing.
Okay. Also, this is super minute. When him and little Panda Girl escaped, what point did Scar put her in his armor?
We didn't see.
Idea.
Okay.
That's
all I was gonna ask.
Actually, I think
because I thought she
Alphonse
went
was
with him.
holding her, and then Scar exploded the water, took Ed's helmet and threw it, created the spark explosion.
It was that moment. It was a smoke screen. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it for this one?
I feel like we're missing some part of the episode, but I can't remember.
We talked about the tattoo.
Eric told Hoover, Annie, Roy,
War.
Al's looking, or Ed's looking very old today, and also Al, the romance has continued.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
the romance.
Panda Girl.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it in the writings. As soon as he was,
I'm tall.
No, as soon as she goes, "Who are you?" I was like, "Wait, she doesn't know who this is." And I was like, "He's a tall version of his brother."
Yeah.
And there's a tall version of him in Truthland. It's in the writings. It's romance.
It's written on the walls.
Watch it be like one of those like square relationships where Ed and Winry, Panda Girl and Al, the girls end up flipping who they like, and Winry's liking Al for a bit, and Panda Girl likes Ed for a bit, and then it switches back.
I don't.
They do that crap in romance. Sometimes.
That is true.
They do that crap. I'm not making that up.
She wants a tall man. But yeah, we're good.
He had mutton chop, or he had sideburns.
It's sideburns.
Guys, if you like this reaction, make sure you leave a like on it. And also, just to switch it up, thank you for the support all the time that you guys give us. We appreciate it. We love you. We definitely love the people who sponsor us. We appreciate that as well. It means a lot that you come out and help us with being able to make these videos. So you guys have a nice day. We're going to go continue the show, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Switched it.
Sleep. Slim.
Are we doing one more?